Welcome to lecture number 12 of chapter 4 series. Now in this video we are going to calculate examples from exercise. Example number 4.1 from your exercise we have calculated already. So I am starting here example number 4.2. The question is like this. For the reaction 2A plus B gives A2B, the rate is equal to K into concentration of A into concentration of B raised to 2, with K is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 mole raised to minus 2 liter raised to 2 second inverse. Calculate initial rate of reaction when A is equal to 0.1 mole per liter, B is equal to 0.2 mole per liter. Also calculate rate of reaction after A is reduced to 0.06 mole per liter. Okay, so first of all understand the question. Here a reaction is given to you. 2A plus B gives A to B. Now for that reaction the rate is given by this equation. Rate is equal to K into A into B raised to 2. Now K value is also given to us, 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. The initial concentration that is given to us, A is equal to 0.1, B is equal to 0.2. Now we have to calculate two values here. First initial rate of reaction and second rate of reaction after A is reduced to 0.06 mole per liter. So we have to calculate two rate of reaction here. So first of all, what are the values that are given to us? First, rate equation is given to us. Rate is equal to K into A into B raised to 2. K value is given to us, 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Initial concentration of A, that is 0.1. Initial concentration of B, that is 0.2. Now for second condition, when A is reduced to 0.06 mole per liter. Now for first condition, if we calculate the rate, so we are using this equation given in the example only. Rate is equal to K into A into B square. So K value I have written here, instead of K, 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 is there. A value is also given to us, 0.1 initial concentration. B value is also given to us, initial concentration of B 0.2 and square is there. So if we calculate this, you will get 0.008 into 10 raised to minus 6. That is our initial rate. That is first question asked. Now for condition number 2, now here you have to understand that for condition number 2, A is reduced to 0.06 mole per liter. Means now we have only this much amount of A left in the reaction mixture. From 0.1, initial was 0.1. Now this much amount is left. Other than that, compounds are used to form product. Now used value, that is 0.04. 0.1 minus 0.06, that is left. So used amount is 0.04 mole per liter for compound A. Now some compound B will be also used there in the reaction. Now how much that will be used? So from reaction you can see that when two molecules of A reacts with one molecule of B, then we will get our product. Means the requirement of component B is half than component A. So if we use this much amount of compound A, 0.04 mole per liter, then half of that will be used of compound B. Means here I have written, so used concentration of compound B is equal to 1/2 into 0.04 is equal to 0.02. Now Initial concentration of B was 0.2 mole per liter, and from that we are using this much 0.02 mole per liter. So remaining amount of compound B, remaining concentration of compound B is equal to 0.2 minus 0.02 is equal to 0.18 mole per liter. So this much amount of compound B will be there in reaction mixture. Now we have the rate equation, K into A into B square. K value we have, A value we have 0.06, B value we found out 0.18. So put that values in the equation. Rate is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 0.06 into 0.18 raised to 2. Now if you calculate this, you will get 0.003888 into 10 raised to minus 6. That is our rate when A is reduced to 0.06. Now question number 4.3 from exercise. The question is like this: the decomposition of NH3 on platinum surface is zero order reaction. What are the rates of production of N2 and H2 if K is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 mole inverse liter into second inverse? Now first of all, understand the question. A reaction is where decomposition of NH3. Here I have written the reaction. NH3 gives N2 plus H2. Now to balance that, put 2 on reactant side and 3 instead of in front of H2. And platinum is our catalyst here. Now for this reaction, K is given to us 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4, and also our reaction is zero order reaction. You can see here it is written. Now our reaction is zero order reaction means for that reaction, if we write equation, rate is equal to K, that is rate constant, into concentration of reactant raised to 0. Why 0? Because our reaction is zero order reaction, that's why 0 is written here. So we can say that rate is equal to K because reactants raised to 0 means 1. So rate is equal to K is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4, that is given to us. Now another formula for rate is minus 1/2 into rate of degradation of NH3 is equal to rate of formation of N2 is equal to 1/3 into rate of formation of H2. Here 1/3 is written. Why that 1/3 is that? Because you can see if we balance the reaction, 3H2 is there, 3 moles are there. So that moles we have to write down in multiplication, in division 1/3 we have to write down. So this equation, if we calculate degradation of N2 is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. So here I have written rate of production of N2 is equal to dN2 by dt is equal to simply 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now rate of production of H2 is equal to dH2 by dt. Now here we have 1/3 into dH2 by dt is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. You can see here it is written here, this one. So we can say that dH2 by dt is equal to 3 into 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. So that will give us 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 mole per liter per second. That is our rate of production of H2. These two formula you have to remember. Rate is equal to K into reactant, concentration of reactant raised to 0, because our reaction is zero order reaction, and moles you have to write down in division. You can see here also 2 is there in division, and minus sign is there because NH3 is degrading here, reactant is reducing here, that's why minus sign is there. Moving further, question number 4.4 from your exercise. The question is like this: the decomposition of dimethyl ether leads to formation of CH4, that is methane, H2, that is hydrogen gas, CO, that is carbon monoxide, and reaction rate is given by rate is equal to K into CH3OCH3, concentration of CH3OCH3 raised to 3 by 2. Now CH3OCH, that means our dimethyl ether. It is formula of dimethyl ether. The rate of reaction is followed by increase in pressure in a closed vessel. So rate can be also expressed in terms of the partial pressure of dimethyl ether. That means rate is equal to K into partial pressure of ether raised to 3 by 2. If pressure P is measured in bar and time is in minute, then what are the units of rate and rate constant? Okay, so first of all, understand the question. A reaction is given to us, decomposition of dimethyl ether, and product are methane, hydrogen gas, and carbon monoxide gas. The rate of that reaction, that is given by this equation. Rate is equal to K into concentration of ether raised to 3 by 2. Now, if we increase the pressure of ether, then rate will be given by this equation, this one. Rate is equal to K into pressure of ether raised to 3 by 2. Now pressure is measured in bar and time is measured in minutes. So we have to find out the concentration of rate, that is R, this one rate, and rate constant K. Rate constant K. That two units we have to find out here. So first of all, what are the values that are given to us? First given to us unit of time, that is minutes, and unit of pressure, that is bar. Now rate, that is equal to change in pressure of ether divided by time. So unit can be written rate of unit of rate is equal to bar per minute. That is our first question. That was our first question. Now secondly, we have to find out unit of K here. Now here you can see this equation, rate is equal to K into pressure of ether raised to 3 by 2. From that you can write K is equal to rate divided by pressure raised to 3 by 2. Now rate, unit of rate, that is given right here, bar per minute. So here I have written that only, bar per minute divided by unit of pressure. Again it is bar raised to 3 by 2. So here raised to 3 by 2 is there. Now from this equation you can solve that. Bar raised to 1 minus 3 by 2 divided by minutes. So unit of K is equal to bar raised to minus 1 by 2 divided by minutes, or you can write bar raised to 1 by minus 1 by 2 into minutes raised to minus 1. Now question number 4.5. It is a theoretical question. Mention the factor that affect rate of chemical reaction. we have to mention the factors that are affecting the rate of reaction. So total 3 factors were there: concentration of reactant, or if reactant are in gaseous form, then pressure of the gas. Second factor was temperature, and the third last factor was presence of catalyst. That 3 factors are affecting the rate of reaction. Next one, question number 4.6. The question is like this: a reaction is second order with respect to reactant. How the rate of reaction affected if the concentration of reactant is first doubled or reduced to half. Okay, so a reaction is there, and reaction is a second order reaction. Now if we increase the reactant and double it up, so what will be effect on rate of reaction, that we have to find out. And secondly, if we reduce the reactant and make it half, then what will be the effect on rate, that we are going to calculate here. So first, assume that concentration of reactant is equal to small a. So rate is equal to, we can write K into a raised to 2. Why 2? Because our reaction is second order reaction. Here it is written, so 2 is there. Rate is equal to rate constant K into concentration raised to 2. Now in first condition, reactant is doubled, increase in reactant is there. So instead of A, we can write 2A now, because it is doubled up. So instead of A, we are going to write 2A here. So new equation will be rate is equal to K into 2A square. So we will get 4A square. Now here you can see 4 into K into A square is there. Make a correction here. Multiply this 4A square by K. So from that you can see the rate of reaction would increase 4 times here. Now in second condition, the concentration of reactant is reduced to half. So instead of A, we can write 1 by 2 into A now. So new equation will be rate is equal to K into 1 by 2 A whole raised to 2. So we will get 1 by 4 into K. K is left here, make a correction here. K into A square. So you can see the rate is reduced to 1 by 4th here. So our answer is rate of reaction would be reduced 1/4. Now question number 4.8. The question is like this: in a pseudo first order hydrolysis of ester in water, the following results were obtained: T in second, T time in second, and concentration of ester that are given to us at different time interval. At 0 time, the concentration of ester is 0.55. Then at time t is equal to 30 seconds, the concentration is reduced to 0.31. At time t is equal to 60 seconds, the concentration is reduced to 0.17. And at 90 seconds, the concentration is reduced to 0.085. So we have to calculate the average rate of reaction between time interval 30 to 60 seconds and calculate the pseudo order rate constant for hydrolysis of ester. Okay, so first understand the question. A reaction is that hydrolysis of ester. Now at different time the concentration is decreasing here. That value is given to us in table format. Now we have to calculate the rate of reaction in time interval of 30 to 60 seconds and calculate the rate constant here for this reaction. Rate constant we have to calculate. So first, average rate of reaction between time 30 to 60 seconds we are going to calculate. So rate is equal to change in concentration divided by change in time. So you can see here at 30 seconds the concentration was 0.31. So here I have written 0.31 first, minus at 60 degrees 60 seconds the concentration is 0.17. So here I have written that value, divide by change in time means 60 minus 30. So that will give us 0.14 divided by 30. So you can get 4.67 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole per liter per second. Now second question, we have to calculate the rate constant. So here we are going to calculate the rate constant for each time. So and then we are going to take average of that rate constant. So first at time 30 seconds for first order reaction, this equation was there in theory. This equation was there, K is equal to 2.303 divided by T into bracket log R0 by R. Now at initial stage the R0 was, you can see here, at initial stage R0 was 0.55 and at 30 seconds the concentration is reduced to 0.31. So that is our R value. This one is our R0 and this 0.31 is our R. Now 2.303 divided by time interval is 30 seconds, so I have written 30 seconds here. R0 that is 0.55 divided by R that is 0.31. So you will get 2.303 divided by 30 into log 1.77. So log 1.77 is 0.2479 and by solving this you will get 0.0190 second inverse. That is our first K value. Now during time 0 to 60 seconds, this time interval, the rate constant, same equation is that K is equal to 2.303 divided by T into log R0 by R. Now here you can see at 30 seconds the concentration of reactant is 0.17. R0 that will remain as such 0.55, but R value here is changed 0.17 and time interval, that is 0 to 60 second, means time interval will be 60 second here. So you can see here 2.303 divided by 60 into log 0.55. Instead of R0 I have written 0.55 divided by R, that is 0.17, is equal to this division you will get 3.2352. Now log 3.2352, that is 0.5099, and if you solve this you will get 0.01957 second inverse. Now similarly for time interval 0 to 90 second, you can see here at 90 seconds the concentration is reduced to 0.085. Initial concentration that will remain as such 0.55, and time interval will be 0 to 90 means 90 second here. So that value we are going to put here. So k is equal to 2.303 divided by 90 here into log r0 that is 0.55 as such divided by r that is 0.085. Now if you solve this whole equation you will get 0.0207 second inverse. Now take average of these three k values. So k is equal to 0.0190 plus 0.01957 plus 0.0207 divided by 3. So you will get 0.01975 second inverse. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.